Hey everyone, it's Kim with your Angel GPS, and I'm back with your weekly messages and guidance for the upcoming week, August 12th through the 18th. And for this week's messages, I decided to go with the Guardian Angel Tarot deck again, and they certainly have a lot to say this week. There's three major arcanas that came up for you, and two of them at least should be looking very familiar to you at this point. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Our first card in this deck is Creativity and Abundance. It's number 3 in the major arcana. You may know it from traditional tarot as the Empress. And this card is a call to action. The angels want you to know that the planning stages are pretty much, they're over. You don't need any more planning right now to get started. You just need to get started and take those first steps towards your goals and manifesting your dreams. You already have everything that you need at this point. You may be thinking that you don't have all the skills that you need, you haven't finished taking these classes, you need more experience in something, but that'll all come in time. What the angels want you to know right now is at this point in time to take those first steps towards your dreams, you have everything you need inside of you already. You don't need to see the full staircase, you just have to take that first step. I know we all know that saying, but it is true. Everything that you need will be coming to you, and you may be hesitant, holding back, thinking, well, once I take that first step, I'm not sure what to do next. You might be feeling like you need to have everything planned out from start to finish and have this whole thing ready to go before you take your first steps. And the angels want you to know, not only is that whole plan from start to finish not really up to you to decide on, but you're really holding yourself back from what could be bigger and better things. There's a good chance that you may have decided that you're going to do this and you're going to do it this way and this will be your outcome. And the universe might have bigger things in store for you, better things than you even imagined, that you even thought were possible for yourself. So don't try to be, don't try to control that outcome. You're already clear on what it is that you want, and you know the first step, even if it's just a baby step, you know those first steps that you need to take. So go ahead and get started and let the next steps come to you. As I said, they could lead you to bigger and better things than you had ever thought of. So release that and just let it go and follow that guidance. The angels want you to know that you really do have what it takes inside of you already to accomplish great things. So you need to get started. No more procrastinating. If you've been feeling like I said, you need more skills, more experience, more education, that'll all come in time. You don't need that right now. Procrastination can also come in little smaller day-to-day things. For instance, let's say if you decided you're going to be a writer, you're really feeling drawn to write this book, you know the subject matter, you know exactly what you want to say, you really feel like you're ready to write this book, but every time you go to sit down to start typing, you realize that, oh, I forgot to fold the laundry, or I need to empty the dishwasher. Once I clean the house, then I can sit down and start doing this. That's all, not only is that self-defeating, but it's really unnecessary to further you towards your dreams. All this stuff can really wait. It really can. And as I'm saying this, I'm laughing because I can hear my mother sitting there pointing at the computer and saying, aha, I told you. What am I always telling you? So stop it, Mom. But it is true. A lot of times these fears or this procrastinating that you're doing with little mundane tasks like that, saying, well, once I get this done, then I can get started. A lot of that stems from fear, that you're afraid that you really don't have what it takes. But the angels want you to know with this card, you have exactly what it takes inside of you. Just take those first steps and allow the next ones to unfold. Everything you need will appear, but you've got to get started. The timing, the energy is right now. So no more procrastinating. Just do it. Our second card, Manifest Your Desires. You'll know this one also as number 1, the Magician. He's been showing up a lot lately, whether in the form of a major arcana, the Magician, Manifest Your Dreams. Last week we had a card from the Ascended Masters deck that said, use your magic. They are really driving that one home and letting you know, again, this card is telling you that everything you need is already inside of you. You just need to let that magician out and work your magic. Take those first steps. Don't keep putting things off. Let it happen. And I think we've pretty much beaten that message to death lately, so we're going to move on to another message. You'll recognize this one also. Intuition and Insight, number 18, is also known as the Moon. Once again, we have a very appropriate card because as I'm doing this reading, it is Saturday the 11th, and we do have a new moon today. It's also a supermoon, so the energy of a supermoon, it heightens, or it increases the whole energy of the moon phase itself. And new moons are really about beginning of a new cycle, beginning of a new phase in your life. And with it being the supermoon, moon's even as close to Earth as it could possibly get here, that energy is really just heightened. It's a stronger pull. So you should be feeling a much stronger pull yourself to get things started and get moving. The moon also wants you to know, or in this case, sorry, intuition and insight, is letting you know that if you feel like you have a heightened sense of intuition and just knowing things right now, you can trust that because you really do. You know exactly what it is you want, what it is that you need. You can follow your gut feelings and follow those instincts and trust yourself knowing that you really do have that ability to make the right decisions, make the right choices, make the right steps in the right direction. You have it what it takes, so don't second guess yourself. Have that confidence and just trust in yourself. Trust in your inner guidance, your gut feelings, whatever you want, whatever words you want to use for it, however you want to describe it. Just know that do what you know in your heart is right. And the last time this card came up, it also came with a message that you might want to keep things under wraps and to yourself for a little while, because there's always going to be somebody, if you start telling them, all right, I'm ready to get started, I'm going to do this, and this is how I'm going to, start moving myself forward, and you're always going to wind up with that unsolicited advice. You may have that person saying, oh, but should you be starting that before you do this or that or whatever? So don't let anyone kind of interfere and hold you back from doing what it is that you want to do, even if it means just not letting on to anybody what you're doing right now or what your plan is at the moment. Wait until you've done it. Wait until you've got things in motion and things are starting to happen for you, and then maybe let people know what you've already done. That way you don't have that outside influence, you don't have that unsolicited advice, you don't have anybody planting little doubts in your mind. You don't need those kind of seeds. So as I said, there were pretty distinct messages. I was actually originally going to say that this week is a call to action, but with these cards, it's kind of like a demand for action. The energy is right for this new beginning, a new phase in your life to really get things started. So just know that you've already planted all the seeds that you need for the moment. You've acquired everything that you need right now to just get yourself started. And once you do that, everything else you need will come to you. As I said, it's whether you need more experience, skills, knowledge, any sort of assistance that you might need. You don't have to have everything all planned out right ahead. If you don't, maybe you just know, well, I want to start doing this, but once I do that, what do? I don't know. Find out. Do it and see what comes to you, because opportunities will come to you. You'll get the insight, the intuition. Those brilliant ideas will come to you once you allow yourself to start making those steps forward. So, as I said, these messages should be sounding pretty familiar to you right now, and it really is, now is the time to really get yourself moving. So just go for it. Which that actually, oddly enough, this morning's daily guidance card on Facebook, today is Saturday the 11th, and the guidance card that I posted just this morning said exactly that. It said, go for it. Now is the time to make your move. So, I think we've all been beaten overhead with this message long enough. So that's all I have for you for this week. As I said, don't forget I do have the daily guidance cards posted on Facebook each day, so make sure you follow my Facebook page. It's simply Your Angel GPS. And as usual, this is just a general guidance reading. It's not always going to pertain to everybody at all times. So if there's something else on your mind, some other messages or guidance that you really feel that you need right now, something in another area of your life that you just want some answers for, go ahead and contact me. Just drop me a line. You can either go to my website, yourangelgps.com, and request a reading, or you can email me, kim@yourangelgps.com, and we can get started from there and see if it's a personalized reading that you might need, or if you're just looking for general direction and guidance, maybe some Archangel life coaching might be in order for you. So whatever it is you need, just get in touch with me and let me know, and we'll get going for you. Just make sure you get started. So that's all I have for you for this week. I will see you back next Saturday. See you then.